The moon hung low in the fog-laden sky, casting an ethereal glow over the Whispering Pines Hotel. An invitation, with elegant cursive writing, had lured Alex and Emily to this secluded haven, promising respite from their bustling lives. Little did they know the promise of idyllic escape would unravel into a chilling nightmare. As the couple stepped onto the creaking porch of the old hotel, the air thickened with an eerie fog that clung to the ancient trees like phantom fingers. The dense and suffocating mist veiled the surroundings in a silent shroud of mystery, emphasizing the isolation of their chosen retreat. Alex, ever the skeptic, shot an uneasy glance at Emily. Her eyes, usually filled with vivacity, now mirrored the somber tones of the fog. The air was heavy with anticipation as they approached the entrance, each step echoing in the stillness of the forest. Inside, the lobby exuded an old-fashioned charm, with faded wallpaper peeling at the edges. The hotel, a relic of the past, harbored whispers of long-forgotten secrets. As they ascended the narrow staircase to their room, the air became laden with a palpable tension, as if the walls themselves held onto the weight of hidden truths. Their room, adorned with dusty Victorian-era furniture, seemed frozen in time. A single, moth-eaten curtain billowed in the draft, creating ghostly silhouettes that danced on the worn wooden floor. The room whispered tales of a forgotten era, but the bed held the key to the darkness that lurked within Whispering Pines. A subtle draft caught Alex's attention as Alex and Emily settled into their romantic cocoon. The room's stillness shattered when he discovered a hidden compartment beneath the bed. The couple's blissful ignorance morphed into a gripping fear as the compartment revealed a lifeless figure draped in antiquated garments. Alex's breath caught in his throat, and Emily's hand clutched his arm with a force that betrayed her fear. The lifeless body lay in repose, a silent witness to the hostility hidden beneath the hotel's facade. A chill swept through the room as Alex's trembling hands uncovered a series of cryptic letters, each detailing the hotel's grim history. The room seemed to exhale a sigh of dread as the couple absorbed the sinister revelations. The vintage letters spoke of experiments, conspiracies, and an organization known only as the Tenebrous Society. Emily's voice trembled as she read aloud the tales of horror that had unfolded within the walls surrounding them. The flickering candlelight cast shadows that danced with an unsettling rhythm, mirroring the turbulence within Alex and Emily's minds. The realization dawned. They were not alone in Whispering Pines, and the hotel held secrets that threatened to consume them. With each passing moment, the fog outside thickened, seeping into the room through the cracks in the window. It was as if the atmosphere conspired to trap the couple in a web of terror. The veil of fog, once a mere atmospheric backdrop, now felt like an insidious force, cutting them off from the safety of the outside world. The air inside the room turned icy as Emily's eyes met Alex's, a silent acknowledgement of the horrors that awaited them. The couple found themselves caught in a nightmarish waltz, their once romantic escape now spiraling relentlessly into the depths of Whispering Pines. The room, once a haven for romance, now breathed with an unsettling tension as the shadows played an eerie dance in the moonlit fog. The antique furniture seemed to creak with the weight of the revelations, casting elongated silhouettes that twisted and contorted on the worn carpet beneath. Alex's gaze darted nervously from corner to corner, as if the walls harbored unseen eyes. Still clutching the cryptic letters, Emily stared wide-eyed at the dancing shadows. The moonlight, filtered through the moth-eaten curtains, painted a sinister tableau on the peeling wallpaper. As the shadows elongated and twisted, an oppressive paranoia took hold of the room. Each flicker of movement in the periphery of their vision sent shivers down their spines. The atmosphere thickened with an unspoken dread, and the air seemed to pulse with an otherworldly force. "Alex, do you see that?" Emily's voice, a mere whisper, cut through the silence. Her finger pointed to a shadow, detached from any discernible source, skittering across the room. The couple stood frozen, their breaths shallow, as the shadows seemed to gain substance. The shadows coalesced into indistinct shapes, adopting forms that mocked the couple's sanity. Alex's throat tightened, a knot of fear constricting with each passing second. "This can't be real," he muttered, trying to reconcile the rational with the surreal. Emily's grip on the letters tightened, her knuckles turning white. "We have to do something, Alex. This place, it's alive with something evil." As the shadows swirled, the laptop on the dusty desk beckoned like a spectral guide. Driven by fear and determination, Alex moved towards the computer, the only illumination source in the oppressive darkness. The screen flickered to life, bathing the room in an eerie glow. Alex and Emily huddled around the laptop, casting long, distorted shadows against the peeling walls. The dim light exposed the lines etched on their faces, a testament to the weight of the discoveries. The laptop became a portal to the grim history of Whispering Pines. Each keystroke unearthed tales of an insidious organization, the Tenebrose Society. Grotesque experiments, unethical practices, and an evil force controlling the hotel's essence unfolded on the screen. Their eyes widened with horror as they delved deeper into the darkness that clung to Whispering Pines. The evil force seemed to seep from the screen, infusing the room with a palpable dread. Alex's hands trembled on the keyboard, mirroring the trembling of his fractured composure. The illusion of normalcy crumbled like ancient plaster as the laptop revealed the secrets buried within the hotel's walls. The hotel staff and the guests are all mere players in a sinister charade. Once dismissed as oddities, their peculiar behavior now took on an ominous significance. "They know," Emily whispered, her eyes flicking towards the door as if expecting a spectral figure to materialize. "They're part of it." The realization hit Alex like a physical blow. The hotel, its inhabitants, and the air they breathed, all complicit in an evil conspiracy. The facade of normalcy shattered, leaving behind a stark reality painted in shades of paranoia and trepidation. The room seemed to close in on them, shadows converging with malevolence. The laptop's glow, once a source of revelation, now accentuated the oppressive truth. Alex and Emily stood at the precipice of a nightmarish descent, the shadows in the moonlight whispering secrets that echoed the hotel's ghastly history. The oppressive fog outside the Whispering Pines Hotel clung to the trees like a silent witness to the unfolding horror within. Alex and Emily, now bound by a shared dread, navigated the labyrinthine corridors of the ancient building, their footsteps muffled by the carpet worn thin with time. The air inside the hotel seemed to thicken with each step, as if the walls were closing in on the couple. Doors lined the corridor, each concealing its secrets. Alex's hand brushed against the peeling wallpaper, a tactile reminder of the decay that mirrored the moral rot within. "Alex, I don't like this," Emily's voice wavered, echoing through the corridor. The flickering overhead lights cast uncertain shadows, distorting their surroundings into an unsettling tableau. "We have to find out the truth," Alex replied, his tone determined but tinged with an underlying urgency. The couple pressed on. Their quest for truth becomes a race against the ever-ticking clock that seems to echo in the hollow spaces of the hotel. As they ventured more profoundly, the corridors twisted and turned, leading them into a maze of deception. Hidden doors beckoned like cryptic portals, and the air charged with an evil energy. The couple stumbled upon secret rooms, each unveiling a fragment of the sinister history etched into the hotel's very foundation. Antique medical equipment lay dormant in one concealed chamber, starkly contrasting the ethereal whispers that seemed to linger in the air. Old journals hinted at grotesque experiments conducted by the Tenebrose Society, their insidious reach extending far beyond the confines of the hotel. The couple's footsteps echoed in the narrow passageways, the walls closing in on them as if the hotel sought to keep its secrets hidden. The labyrinth symbolized their desperation, an inescapable trap that toyed with their sanity. As they pressed forward, the evil force that surrounded them intensified. The walls seemed to pulse with dark energy, responding to the couple's intrusion into the twisted secrets concealed within. Alex and Emily shared nervous glances, their resolve tested with each revelation. Finally, they reached a hidden chamber at the heart of the hotel. The room exuded an ancient malevolence, its walls adorned with symbols that seemed to writhe and shift in the dim light. At the center, figures in hooded robes stood in a ceremonial formation, their faces obscured. The leaders of the tenebrous society, the orchestrators of the nightmares within Whispering Pines, faced Alex and Emily with an ominous silence. The air grew heavy as the evil force transcended the physical realm, permeating the room with an otherworldly presence. Reality seemed to warp and distort, and the couple entangled in a nightmarish tableau. The leaders, mere conduits for the hostility that pulsed through the hotel, remained silent, their eyes gleaming unnaturally. Desperation clawed at Alex's throat as he demanded answers. Still, the evil force had woven a veil of silence around them. In the heart of Whispering Pines, the hotel became a living entity, manipulating reality to protect its secrets. Now confronted with a force beyond comprehension, the couple teetered on the precipice of despair. In a final act of defiance, Alex and Emily demanded the truth, their voices resonating with a courage born of desperation. Yet, as witnesses spoke of blinding lights, ethereal shadows, and the presence of something beyond the mortal realm, the couple mysteriously vanished like phantoms swallowed by the night. The heart of Whispering Pines echoed with their pleas, leaving an unsettling void that reverberated through the haunted corridors. The evil force, unyielding in its grip, reclaimed the hotel's secrets, leaving only whispers of a tragic story lost to the shadows. Thank you for joining us on another spine-tingling journey into the realms of the supernatural on Wicked Haunting Tales. If you relish the thrill of mysteries that send shivers down your spine and stories that linger in the shadows, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a wicked tale. Your support keeps the darkness alive. Until next time, brace yourself for more chilling tales that will leave you questioning reality. Stay haunted, stay wicked.